Right?
Okay. Okay. This.
What's going on, guys? TG here. We are here for the Q&A for Loretta's, and I have my boy Hurricane.
Shit, boy. What's up? Well, I
and
got
we're
it that
about
time.
and we're about to do the Q&A. Is gonna go ahead and go into deep detail about how he made the track and what everything he had to go through when making it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, Hearn. So the first question is, why did you decide to do this track?
Well, I've seen a lot of people, along with the replicas and everything going on lately. Like aside of those, I've always kind of like felt this would be a good track for Reflex because it wouldn't be too complicated because it's not like really elevated and it's like, it's a pretty basic track that everybody knows about and it's pretty famous in the sport of motocross. And so, um, I was thinking, maybe it'd be a great idea for Reflex because because it's a track that's never been done before, and I've been on like Twisted Dirt and a couple other tracks being like, yo, someone's got to make Loretta's, and with that feeling of always thinking, this would be a good track. It's well known, and overall it'd be fun for this game along with all the replicas going by. So that's kind of what made me want to make it. So then it was begun.
Nice, awesome, man. All right, man. So the next question is, how long did it take you to make this track?
Well, I started the file for the height map on July 7th, and the height map is basically just all the jumps, ruts, and all the elevated spots on the track. So I started that on July 7th, and I didn't grind this track every day, obviously, but I'd say I think I uploaded this, what was it, like 3rd or something? Can't remember, but it took about a month and a half, almost 2 months, of overall just, I would work on it one day, and then a couple days later I'd work on it, and then I'd work on it for like 2 days in a row. But with that, I also did like a lot of streams on it, a lot of live streams. Few people have watched me make the track, and then they were all in the chat, telling me, suggesting what I should do and just let me know what could be fixed and what looks better and stuff. So, yeah, can't really say that I work on it like every single day, but overall I've been working on it like a ton over the past month and a half. So,
Yeah, nice. And also, I thought it was really cool that you would live stream it. I think people really enjoyed that. That was a very good idea, man. I watched it myself. I was really intrigued on what you were doing and everything. I thought it was a really cool aspect of you to, walk people through what you were doing, and also have a face cam as well. It's pretty cool.
yeah, because usually people, if they're working on a track, no matter if it's a replica or if it's just a track they made up, they would they wouldn't want a lot of people knowing about it until they released it or like released betas for it. But for this track, that's how I was for a couple of my recent tracks. But for this one, I was just kind of like, well, I think it'd be kind of a good idea if I streamed it, because that way people would know what to expect and they would know, because if I'm releasing this, a lot of people are going to be playing it, I'd want to release it so that people would know what to expect and what they would like to see in it for their fun. So I had quite a few guys join me in the streams, and they would be like, oh, I think this should be like this compared to real life, and this rut, you should have more ruts in this corner and all this stuff. And I listened to them, and I would just add some of those in there, and so it really helped out a lot, and it was something different to do. So
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I found it really cool. All right.
thank you.
No problem.
Gracias, señor.
All right, so next question, Hearn, is what was the hardest part on the track to make, or the hardest section?
That's a tough one because is you talking like the jumps and scaling wise, or
Yeah,
just anything in general?
Just track wise right now. Track only, just dirt.
I would have to say the thing I spent probably the most time on would be either the 10 Commandments or the section all the way back here. I'll show you.
Right.
Right back here under the Suzuki banner, because For one, I mean, this section wasn't like, it wasn't that it was super hard to make, really. It was the fact that I had made the whole section, and it looked different than this at first. I had made this entire section, and then I worked on the track a little bit more, and then I had to leave. Can't really remember why, but I had to leave my house. So I had saved the PNG for this, so just like the picture, the image of the track, but the whole Photoshop file didn't save. So I had the image of that section there, but I didn't have the actual layers of each jump and everything. So that kind of like put me to a brick wall of like what to do. So what I did was I cut out the image, like cut out the section of the track in the image and like pasted it on here and touched it up and tried to make it like, you know, get fixed and like try to make it fit back in here. And so that kind of made me struggle, and so I had to adjust a few spots on the lips and stuff without actually doing the separate layers, so that kind of like made it hard to do. But like overall working on the track would probably be the Ten Commandments, because I had to do a lot of adjusting, because you know I would watch like a lot of vert moto videos, like helmet cams or just uncut stuff. So I would watch those videos, and I would see how like the first takeoff right here on the Ten Commandments, you know, you can tell like right off to the right here how it's worn down from the inside lines.
Yes. In
real life it was worn down like that. And then I would look at these, and they're somewhat like oversized whoops. So I had to space them out right and test it, space them out more, test it, widen them, you know, everything else. So it was like so much trial and error for the Ten Commandments. So I think I spent the most time just working on those and adjusting it to making it where I could get it exactly like the replica.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure I think I did a pretty good job with them.
Yeah, you killed it. And also I noticed that when they break down, they also get like square edge on the lip, or kickers on the lip.
Yeah, that's from the softness. Like you can set the track how hard and how soft with like 2 different colors. If you set it to white, that's pure softness. Set it to black, that's like obviously like pure hardness to where ruts wouldn't even form.
Yeah.
So I would take a rut brush, which is basically a brush that would just make fine lines that look exactly like ruts if you look straight down on a track from like a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
And I used a brush like that and just kind of like drew them across the Ten Commandments. So in some spots it'll get really soft rutted like that, and then some little areas it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So that's why it tends to get like really choppy like that. And I like it, and at the same time I don't like it, because like the lips look kind of funny, but sometimes it adds more pop to the takeoff so you can get faster lines in.
Yep, and they'll endo you at the same time.
That too.
Now
Yeah.
I have one question. Now some of these lips get like a big kind of like kicker, kind of like a indent, and it comes back out again. Is that something that you made, or is that like organic within the game?
I believe that's got to be organic within the game, because if you set a jump to have softness and like your jump isn't peaked in the right way, and you hit it and you take off, like your tire, it'll just barely not be on the terrain. So that really it's pretty sensitive to the softness, which will make it do that.
Yeah.
And then some areas, obviously with the acceleration bumps coming out of corners, that changes with it a little bit, but not much. But yeah, what is it? Jump. I think it's a tabletop right here. I don't know if you ever noticed it, but sometimes there's a pretty good kicker on here from people hitting it so much in the middle. It'll get that little pop.
Yeah, I've noticed it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just natural within the game.
That's really cool. I thought that you guys kind of like had to like put the bumps in yourself, and then put an overlay over it. I'm not sure what the terms are, but like put another dirt layer over it, and then make that soft, and then it'll go down to the area you made before with the bumps. But I guess it's just all organic, But
yeah, sometimes it can be confusing how this game like the deformation is kind of confusing on them, but because sometimes you know what to expect, sometimes you don't, depending on the type of jump you made or obstacle. So it's all basically on like the takeoff and stuff like that. So, but no, I didn't intentionally make a kicker like that. I feel like in some times, like in some that's where I'm trying to use. Depending on what kind of jump or whatever you use, if you put a kicker, I feel like that would be kind of sweet. Like you could draw like a pure white line across maybe, and like a pure black line right next to it, So one whole line straight across would be soft and rutted, where one spot would leave like is staying hard. I feel like that would be kind of cool as like a deformation, but I haven't tried that yet.
That would be cool, I think. All right, Hurren. So the next question is, how long did it take you to place all of these objects?
Well, same thing with somewhat like making the Ten Commandments. Like I would have to look back and forth at the videos to make sure I have everything placed right. So I started off with the yellow pylons right here, pylons, however you say it. I started off with those and just bordered the edges of the track with them, and then I would add in like stuff like dozers over here, tractors on the left side right there, water truck, porta potties, you know, stands, everything like basically in between the layout of the track that were just kind of off to the side. Like they weren't like, it wasn't something where all the objects just kind of had to be there, sort of. It's like the little sometimes it's the little things that really like pop out and make the replica seem more realistic, I guess. Like I would look on the helmet cam or something, and as the guy's going around this corner right here, I'd be able to see like the water truck and the stand and a couple porta potties and everything. So I would add in the little details like that first, and then I would you know, I'd add these bales right here to Ten Commandments. I think that was one of the next things I did. And then what else? Put these bales here around this corner, and then the bales before the Ten Commandments, and then I added in like the flagger stands, and then these right here, the anti-cut things by DS19.
I made those.
I made those. The objects like these right here, like how there's these bales that like in real life, obviously those would protect you from slamming and getting a concussion into this pole.
Yeah.
See, these objects, these banners weren't made yet. Red Rider, we just kind of discussed making them like at the very end, almost when I was almost complete with the track. I had them. Well, actually, you know, these were banners from Glenn Helen actually, and he just kind of retextured them. He put the Suzuki, the Honda ones, like that one, and then he just sent me the files, and I placed these when I was just about done with the track, and then like these objects I would add in after that, obviously.
Okay.
But and then there's the dozer back there. Now after all those, that's when I came around here, added in all these vehicles, all these golf carts and UTVs. This is probably one of the second longest amount of time it took to place the objects, but I'll tell you which one was the longest part right after this. But yeah, I just added in like all these vehicles right here off to the side. Like these were in the helmet cams and stuff, you know, people like in real life, you know, they'll just chill on the side of the track and watch the races. So
yeah,
added in all these golf carts and pit vehicles. And then the very last thing, this is probably one of the last sets of objects I made. I lost you.
Hold on,
you right up here. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was
So
close up.
No, you're good. This is the part that it wasn't necessarily complicating, it was just super time consuming.
Yeah.
In Digital Earthworks, which is like one of the programs you use to like make the track and like, you know, place the objects and trees and all that. It's got different categories and folders of what objects you can place. Like there's track structures, there's vehicles, you know, all that stuff. So I'd go in the vehicles tab, and some of the names for them are kind of weird, so you never know what they are until you place them.
Yeah.
So I do a little bit of trial and error with those, not too much, but you know, I'd say like campers, vans, RVs, team RVs, and like team setups, which is like these right here that you're driving by, me and you are going by.
Bro.
All these setups right here on the right. Those are like the team ones.
Hurry, you killed this. I didn't even see all this back here. God dang!
You got the vehicles crossing each other in the lanes right here, passing each other in the lanes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know all this. Oh, what? Oh, where'd you go? I lost you.
I'm right here by the red truck.
Okay. Bro, what the fuck? Yo. This is so sick, though. Like, just the level of detail.
Over here.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the ambulance is over here.
Yeah.
Those weren't there. A lot of these objects, a lot of these like campers and trailers, they aren't, you know, like spot on perfect with like the videos because you obviously can't see these from helmet cams and uncut clips. So a lot of these, I would just see like a brief view of them in the background, and I would just add these in.
But this is like typically how it looks at a race. You know, it's like campers everywhere, especially for big races as Loretta's. You know, it's campers everywhere. You know, bro, this fits like so well. I can't even tell you right now how like you blew my. I didn't even see all this. This is sick.
Oh, there's a whole lot more too. This is just around the this corner, but
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would take. Oh, one big thing I forgot to say. There is. You can, a lot of people when they make replicas, like outdoor replicas, you go on Google Earth and you type in the address of the track and you zoom in on the track from like an aerial view and you take a screenshot of that. You put it into into Photoshop and then you outline the dirt and all like the grass areas and the light dirt and dark dirt so that you know what's what.
Yeah.
And that's how I got like, you know, these little roadways right here. You know, you got grass on the sides, but you just got like these grass runways. I mean, dirt runways around here just for the road. So that's what I did for that. And then basically, oh my god, tree in the middle of the thing. Couple. These two are conjoined. Didn't see that. But there's probably, if I had to say a rough estimate, a few hundred vehicles on here. Like a lot of people did say, you know, if you don't have a fast computer, you wouldn't be able to run this like super smoothly because there's smoothly because there's so many objects.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I didn't want to leave the track too bland because I wanted it to feel like you're an actual track. So I put tons of campers, you know, RVs, everything you see at a normal big event or just like a weekend race.
Yeah.
So I placed so many of those. Like I would place one after the other. But I didn't want to just take one camper and just put like 10,000 of that same camper.
Yeah.
Because it would just look like, you know, I just tried to get it done as fast as I could. So I would individually I'd do a scattered amount of like one camper. I'd find an RV, scatter some of those, some vehicles, pit vehicles, team areas like these.
Yeah.
Semis, you know, stuff like that. And then eventually got to the part where I was like, well, if I'm going to take this long, I could just group the objects together and then save that group and then just place that group, you know, more than once so that everything would be mixed together nicely and not all compiled together of just like one of the same object. So I did that all right here. And then, so that's all that was there. Back over here, all the way back here. I'm gonna tap out right here. Hopefully you're right behind me, so.
Yeah.
So then all that was placed, and then you got all the rest back here. I got a couple floating ones.
Bro, what the hell? This is sick. Oh wow, I didn't know, bro. Like you're so focused on racing that you don't notice all the detail. Like this is like a this is truly a replica. Like this is like it's like a model. You know what I mean? Like this is sick.
Thank you.
Hell yeah! What the? Oh my god, man! Like just the objects is like. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can keep going. I was just gonna point something out real quick.
Oh no, bro, I'm gonna be having like an orgasm. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead. Continue on, man.
I was just gonna say, back here, I didn't have to place obviously as many objects as I did like back where we were in the first place. But this is all just, you know, bleachers. I got a couple objects over here, like the, I think it's a news van or something. Yeah, news van. A couple ambulances. So that's basically those objects, like the vehicles. I'm losing you in the vehicles.
I just like died on the banner right now. Okay, I see you.
And then lastly for objects, you think I should talk about the custom objects right now or just finish off like the basic objects and then get to that in a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's basically like all the stock objects that, you know, are replaced, like the vehicles and stuff. And then lastly, there's the custom objects. So you got, first off, you got these banners right here. Most of these are just about made by you know, Red Ryder,
Yeah.
Garrett, and all the other guys. I don't know which ones. I think a majority of them he made, and then he had people make their own. He had me make my own. I made my own for Glen Helen, but he basically sent me the objects, and then I would place them, and then in the editor you can place objects and then replace them. So you can set objects there, and then for ahead of time you can just replace them as they are. So you know, you got KTM's, Logan's, Merlin's, you got all these guys, and so I placed these ones here just as like a good whole shot spot. Like you know, first run through the track, you know, you got all the guys on the side.
Yes.
So these are all the objects from Glen Helen that Garrett nicely let me use.
Yeah.
So then those are the banners right there, and then over here you got Dark Slides, and you got Aaron, aka Prom Master. Here.
Oh my God, what's up, motherfucker? No, it's fine. That's
Uh,
cool. How'd you get him to sit on the back of the ledge like that?
Ding 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 ding.
I know, hear that?
You hear that?
Yeah, I can hear
Wheels
it.
spill over.
Ding, 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 ding.
I actually just kind of ran into this this big trailer right here accidentally. Like I clicked on the wrong camper, and I set it here, and it was too big. I was like, hold on. So then I seen this gate was open, like it's like the toy hauler
Yeah.
door. And so I was like, I wonder if I can do something with that, like place a pit vehicle, like a golf car on top of here, look like some, you know, just kind of just arrived at the track, and they're just they got their stuff out. So I thought of that at first, and then I was like, well, I think it'd be kind of cool because I still have these people objects right here.
Yeah.
So I think if I put that trailer off to the side of the track right here, and then just place them on the ground, and then just raise them up a little bit to make it look like they were standing on this, as kind of like just a couple, like, you know, fans off the side of the track or something, just something different. I thought it was kind of funny, so I just set those there. And then the last ones is just me. I put me in the flag stance right now. Notice that.
The flagger.
Yeah, and then you got the custom tents.
From
Custom Red Bull Arch from Garrett. He did all these. And then pretty much the last thing for objects is after I placed the Glen Helen bales. I just had Garrett send me the models for the banners and stuff right here. So I would take these models for banners, and then I would design some new ones for myself. And then obviously, I don't know if anyone has seen the vlog thing, but I'm like a huge. I love Swedish fish. Like they're like my favorite candy. Sort of. It's like the only candy I eat really. So I slapped them on a banner. Just kind of said, you know, official candy sponsored us. You know, it's just like jokingly. What else is it? Ultimate snack reflex racing. Put that there. So that was just kind of something I messed around with, and then I put, you know, the thank you banner. I used that picture just because it was like, it was the senior picture. Me and my friend were doing senior pictures, and like it was an unexpected picture. I didn't know it was being taken. I thought it was kind of funny looking, and I looked stupid in it, so I had posted it on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. And then Dio saved the picture, and everyone just blew up my newsfeed of just making memes of it, just constant memes of it, and it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I slapped that on there as like an inside joke kind of thing, and just kind of said thank you to everyone who supported me throughout this and just helped me, and you know, it's just basic stuff like that. And so that's just one of the banners that Garrett had, and then sent me the model and the textured, the template for, so I could just texture it. So then there's that, and then the very last ones are over here. Never really realized how big this was. And this is the tunnel jump made by tunnel made by Garrett or Red Ryder.
Okay.
Then you got this right here. This is also made by Red Ryder. He made this finish line stand. I can't remember what it's called. I used to know what it was when I placed it, but you know, it's basically the finish line building.
Can you go up this damn thing? Oh,
The what?
you can't.
Oh yeah, you know, I tried that. I thought it would be able to do that, but no. It would be sweet if you could though.
That'd be cool.
And then this finish line banner I made. I just had a template from Garrett, and then did that myself, and then the rest I did were basically this banner for my YouTube, and then I made C4s. I told C4 I'd get one in here. Then I had to make one for Red Rider because he didn't have one. You know, Red Rider
Yeah.
helped out a lot, so I had to make one for Red Rider.
And
You
then
know,
heck,
I put the doctor right here by his name because you know, got that joke going.
Oh, these are sick. I didn't notice these. Wow, it looks very, very nice. Wow.
Thank you. And then Dan Robinson for his custom skins.
Oh, nice.
Got Prom Master, aka Pro Monster. Think that's it. Those are just the ones that I made. Heckman, Snake, Logan, Yellow, all those guys, and then the tents made by Red Rider and stuff. So
Nice. Oh, wait. No. There's one more. Hold on. Follow me. There's one more. We gotta talk about this one over here. Hold on.
Oh wait. Completely forgot. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. Whoa. Wait, am I stuck? Oh, wait.
We're stuck. We're cornered. Oh wait, no, we're not.
We gotta talk about this over here.
I forgot about this one. I seen it earlier too.
I'm gonna let you explain this one. All right. I'm gonna let you
I can explain this. I can explain
Right.
this. Okay. Okay. This was just kind of like a joke where I was just like, I think it was super late at night. Yeah, it was really late at night because you know, Brandon's dad, Robinson, his dad has been getting his truck fixed recently because the transmission was destroyed, so he was getting his transmission redone or put a new one in or whatever. So we went to the shop where the guy was working on it, and he had a couple cars in there, and so there was one car that was like jacked up. It was lifted up, and on the back was a hip bumper sticker that said 4 Americans died and Hillary lied. And me and Brandon just died laughing. And so I took a picture of it with my phone, and I was like, I gotta remake this and put it on a banner or something just for jokes, for laughs and stuff. So when I had a little bit of free time, I just kind of slapped it on a banner and just threw it there for jokes.
Yeah, because I was wrong. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It threw me way off. I was like, what? I started dying. Bro. I was like, wow. Politics is real right now.
Yeah, and then you got another Flagger Sand, but I'm pretty sure that's all the objects. Aside of, Garrett and Red Rider, he's made just about all of the stuff I've shown except for this right here. He made the whole shot. He made this. The whole shot arch thing. He put it just like how it was in real life. He had the bell, like the right colors and stuff, and then he put whole shot, and then I don't know if you can tell, but like on whole shot, the H is my logo, and he slapped that in there. I thought that was pretty funny, pretty
That's
creative.
cool.
So yeah, he made that, and then he worked on these right here. He made the mechanics area right here on this side. Slapped STS logo on there. I think my logo is on there somewhere too. And then right here, he made the divider. And lastly, he made the start gate right here. And then, not start gate, I don't really know what we called this when he was making it.
Staging area, I guess.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you could just say it was like the staging area, roof thing. He made that. And then on the gate right here was the Red Bull box for the starter. He made that on Glen Helen. He let me just place that there. So basically all of those he created. It took him a while he worked really hard on them. But he got to a point where a lot of it didn't say or something. So he actually had to like restart some spots, some objects, which kind of was a little setback. But it wasn't like too big of a deal. I mean, I was still midway through the track when he was making them, so it wasn't like a delay or anything. But it definitely, I felt super bad too. I was like, wow. I mean, he put a lot of hard work into it, and then a lot of it went away. But I think he still had the Red Bull arch and everything. So that was still good though. He did really well on the Red Bull arch too. That was sick when he made that.
Yeah.
And then the very last thing is just these STS fences Darkside's made. He's had these made for a while on other tracks, like I feel bad not knowing, but his Supercross replica he did Toronto.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it was Toronto. Yeah, it was Toronto.
I think so too, yeah.
And yeah, he put those in there. That's all the custom objects.